I would like to turn the floor over to MP Bagnall.
Thank you. Bienvenue tout le monde for this very exciting day. Pleased to be here on behalf of the Honourable Navdeep Bains, Minister of Innovation, Science and Economic Development Canada, and Minister responsible for CanNor, the Canadian Northern Economic Development Agency, for a couple of reasons. One is this announcement also, but as you know, a couple of weeks ago, in the budget, he renewed CanNor funding. We lobbied hard for that, and just a quick story that I told one of you in the press about this, but about a week before the budget, I said I was at a reception. I don't have to remind you that we would be the only economic development agency in the country. The territories would not have an agency if CanNor runs out, which was supposed to run out 2 weeks from today. And I just got this poker face, because as you know, you can't announce what's in the budget. So I was a little worried. But then after the budget, I shook his hand. He says, see, CanNor's in the budget. So it's great to have the highest financier in the country has our backs in the Yukon. So as the budget was released a couple of weeks ago, and as you know, innovation and science was a real hallmark of that. Yukon scientists, the Innovation Centre, really appreciate that the largest contribution to science in the history of Canada was in that budget. And so Canada is a country of innovators. Curiosity, courage, creativity, and collaborative spirit are what lead to the kinds of innovations that improve our daily lives and drive our economy, our country, and our territory forward. So that's why I'm really excited to be here with Minister Ranj Pillai, who we've worked on lots of projects together. It's great for the Yukon, for Rick Thompson from Northern Vision Development, who are a great part of this project, from Sheila Rose from the college, and Jared Slip, of course, from Yukon Struct. And we have some other dignitaries here, Councillor Jocelyn Curtano with two hats, the city and from CanNor, Rick Karp, of course, Sierra Vandermeer from CanNor, Rick Karp from the Chamber of Commerce, Curtis Shaw, congratulations, Curtis, the new president of Northwest Tel, and Piers McDonald's got so many hats I don't even know what to, but it's great to see, and everyone else here, Ted Adele, did I mention MLA? So it's great to be that, and that shows how important this is and how forward-thinking Yukoners are, that their leaders are here at a project that was really driven by the grassroots, by the young entrepreneurs, the young forward-thinking Yukoners. So we're here to announce our commitment and contribution to the establishment of the Yukon Innovation Hub here on this site. With this new hub, entrepreneurs, creators, innovators can all be brought together in one space. They will be able not only to pool resources and share ideas, but to support each other. It will help shepherd in long-term sustainable economic growth. Those of you who have been to the current home of Yukon Struct and Makerspace, its sister facility, CoSpace, know how much these have incredibly positive, valuable environments to foster innovation. Some of you here were at the initial opening of Yukon Struct. There was just an area not about a tenth this size with a few tools, and people were wondering, is this really going to work? And you've seen what great success these young innovators have created in 10 years. They've grown out of their space, got Makerspace, the CoSpace, added to that, and thanks to Sierra and Department of Economic Development here and CanNor, helped those projects a number of times and been supportive of them. And that's why I really admire the passion and the vision of Yukon Department of Economic Development, and some of the employees have been there from the start, including the MC, and of course Minister Ranj Pillai, who none of this would have occurred. And I acknowledge I really respect their passion and vision, taking a chance and supporting those young Yukoners that are leading the Yukon into the future. So as you know, those two successful operations have outgrown their space, and that's why the federal government, through CanNor, has contributed $1.5 million to this project, And that's why the Yukon government is investing even more, $1,900,000 this year alone, which is very exciting. And that's why others, which you'll hear speak today, are also contributing to this dynamic space that provides entrepreneurial culture, innovation, and commercialization. And that includes, of course, Rich Thompson and Northern Vision. Oh, yeah, that's where Piers is, too. Providing Yukoners with the opportunity to realize their full potential isn't just the right thing to do, it's a smart thing to do for our economy. This project is also a great example of how Canada is working with its territorial partners, northern colleges, I might add soon northern universities, and industries to increase and improve skills, training, and development opportunities in the territories. Through smart investments, we'll continue to create and support the kind of growth that works for everyone. A hub like this will connect Yukon to the rest of the north and to incubators, accelerators, and hubs that are south of 60 that are already established. It will link Yukoners to ever-growing Canadian innovation network to ensure that entrepreneurs and innovators are supported from the ideation to creation. It's truly a positive example of what we can achieve through collaboration of all these partners here. I look forward to seeing the great projects being created because of this creative energy who will work here once this opens later this year. And I'm predicting we'll surprise the South again, as the Yukon does many times, with national and international projects that come out of this centre. The innovative spirit has always been in the Yukon. You remember, as an example, the data loggers of Albert Rock that are sold around the world. They're in Indianapolis cars. And so the people here, I challenge some of you who are going to be working in this space. I give a challenge to you to be the first that comes up with a national or international product like Yukoners have before. And that's what is so exciting about this space. And it's a new economy, and that's where we have to be if we're going to succeed. It's not like economy.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for all your work over the last. Thank you, Larry, first of all, for your continued support on all our innovation projects, whether it be the simulator a month ago or this and more to come. Before again, I'd like to acknowledge that we are on the shared traditional territory of the Kwalindun First Nation and the Tonquachin Council. It's my pleasure to be here this morning and to participate in the announcement of the Yukon Innovation Hub. And I would be remiss not to touch upon thank you for members of council who are here as well. Great to see you, Piers, as the chair of the board of a stakeholder in this company. Curtis, again, congratulations. Other members, Rich, of course, that's here today. Philip, the Chief Operating Officer for Northern Vision Development. Jacqueline, so many people that are here. Sheila, for coming in and bringing your partnership to the table as well. And Jarrett, we have lots of great things for you to share and to talk about. The development of an innovation and entrepreneurship hubs is prevalent in communities and economies seeking to develop or enhance their knowledge-based industries. Hubs like the one I visited at Startup Edmonton or the Mars Centre of Innovation at University of Toronto are hubs like this, and that was part of the work early on. The Deputy Minister of Economic Development, any opportunity we had, really looking towards diversification. While we were in Toronto at the PDAC Conference for Mining, understanding that we had to diversify, part of those days were always spent making sure that we went and checked out sort of cutting-edge innovation hubs. Also, at the same time that the group here started to begin to talk about this, Google announced through the what is called through one of their former executives, the Matt Dunn's Center on Rural Innovation, and I would ask many of the media, please take a look at that, because it really encompasses the ideas that were already percolating here. So we thought if your team was already rolling this out and Google was following behind you, we were on the right track. And really, it was about offering workspace, incubation opportunities, mentorship, market intelligence programming, and partnerships and community. As a physical location where aspiring and established entrepreneurs can access business supports and assistance seek collaboration, and engage in formal and informal networking. Hubs support the development and commercialization of ideas and the creation of new and growing businesses. Here in Yukon, we have an array of established programs in place already. Among our partners here today, Yukon College manages the Cold Climate Innovation and Technology Innovation Program. Uconstruct Makerspace Society manages CoSpace and their Makerspace. And Canor offers programs that support the development of a diversified, sustainable, and dynamic economy across the North. As part of the Department of Economic Development, manages a suite of funding programs that supports business development, and in conjunction with our partners, offers innovation, support, and programs such as pilot incubation programs. I just want to stop, but we touched on our partnership with Canor. It has been working with Sierra. Vandermeer has been key over the last year. Aligning priorities for our department has been a really important initiative, and I thank you for working with us collaboratively so that we can make real impact in this economy. These supports and others also offered through the private sector exist here in Yukon, but they are disconnected. This separation can hamper communication and coordination efforts and make our innovation ecosystem challenging to navigate for Yukoners who are seeking funding, business development advice, mentorship, opportunities, and other supports. Time spent by our entrepreneurs searching out support and knocking on doors, and time not spent developing their ideas and building their businesses. A Yukon Hub will bring these supports under one roof and become a space where Yukon's businesses, makers, and entrepreneurs can collaborate, exchange ideas, and find the support to innovate at all stages of product development economy. A centralized space will improve the delivery and availability of programming aimed at youth and First Nations entrepreneurs. Yukon's Makerspace Society, through Uconstruct, has begun to offer entrepreneurship training aimed at youth, and the possibility exists to expand these programs considerably through the Hub. And I want to touch on, I think you've had a great relationship as well with public schools and done a phenomenal job of getting public school students into your site, and I'm sure that'll continue on here and expand. For all these reasons, I'm delighted to announce that the Government of Yukon is supporting the Uconstruct Makerspace Society in the creation of the Yukon Innovation Hub. The Department of Economic Development has budgeted up to $1.9 million towards the construction of the Hub, and we are proud to be able to provide funding support alongside our federal counterparts. Our strategic investment in the Innovation Hub shows we are committed to fostering the type of engaging, entrepreneurial innovation community that will encourage existing knowledge workers to remain in Yukon and build their businesses. It will also be a signal to talent and investment from outside Yukon that we are a maturing ecosystem with strong support from the public, private, and academic sectors for those looking to relocate or to invest in the Yukon territory. Our contribution to the construction of the Hub is a concrete investment in Yukon's growing knowledge sector and a strong signal to our continued commitment to diversifying Yukon's economy. And this is the time to do it. We have a phenomenal boom right now in the commodities market, and that is the time to continue to focus on how we will diversify for potential and usually inevitable downturns which come within that cyclical economy. As a fantastic opportunity to build strong partnerships with local businesses, post-secondary institutions, and public supports, I am pleased to announce that the Yukon Development Corporation will be an early adopter of the Hub model and will be moving its offices to the Hub as an anchor tenant. As you will hear shortly, as a founding partner, Yukon College will also be an early adopter and will provide the academic linkages that will contribute greatly to the success of the Hub. By bringing together all of these different organizations and businesses, we can support the development of an innovative enterprises in Yukon and provide new opportunities for Yukoners to get creative. Uconstruct will be speaking to the benefits of the Hub in more detail, but what I can say is that there will be more physical space, more opportunities to obtain support and exchange ideas, and more innovation. I want to thank Uconstruct and Northern Vision Development for giving us the opportunity to see the site here today. I think it's also important to add, it's quite interesting. Larry touched on it earlier about Uconstruct and Makerspace, and really for your society, talk about coming full circle. In the early days, and Steve will remember this, when the very first idea for Makerspace came about, it was Northern Vision Development that pulled some brooms out in a space just down the way and hosted an event. And that event, nobody really knew how it was going to go. And a lot of people in the community came out that night, and that was sort of the initial idea of what a makerspace would be. Well, certainly the place was jammed, and I think over 200 people showed up that night, and that really started to resonate within the creative community. And that's, you know, what then, of course, with the good work of the organization and all the work that you folks have done, led to the building of your of the organization in the co-space and the makerspace. I also want to thank Rich and Piers for your work. The details I can let you know, Jarrett can speak to that, but also besides the contribution from the federal government, the contribution as well from us, you know, the work, I think, probably primarily, not to take away from the leadership, but probably Philip and Denny really doing some big lifting here. We also have a $1.3 million multi-year contribution from Northern Vision Development. So when you think about the values that are coming together here between private business, the public sector, the knowledge-based economy, to build a foundation, it's really the values that we want to see which will help grow these businesses. It's about bringing all of those groups together and helping and pulling those synergies to make sure that we grow a diversified economy. So it's exciting to see the transformation of this place as well. And I'll say to Councillor Curtano, it was something all along as we started to work, is that we're really going to brighten up this area of Whitehorse. There's a ton of work that's going to be done externally. We wanted to bring everybody in to see the vastness. It's about 20,000 square feet that's going to be transformed. And then I think Rich will probably talk about the fact that we're looking at a transformation on the exterior of the building, which is really going to be great for the city itself. So, of course, thank you for giving me an opportunity. You can see that I'm pretty excited about this. And I very much look forward to seeing the space when it opens, and I'm sure that we'll be having lots of further announcements in this space. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Pillai. Now we will be hearing from NVD and CEO Rich Thompson. So.
Thanks very much. I'll join my colleagues in acknowledging the NVD people in the room. Our visionary Chairman Pierce is no stranger to initiatives like this in Whitehorse and in the Yukon, and has been involved with many. We're also joined by Philip Fitzgerald, our CFO, and Denny Kobayashi, the president of our real estate division, who has been deeply involved in this project. So thanks, Denny, for all your work on this. Important step in our view. A diversified economy is needed in the Yukon. That's certainly been something that we've always believed in, and it's supported by this type of initiative, which should really accelerate the to be involved for that reason alone. Gentlemen, for the but also that attract material levels of support from everybody. It's these things are best done in partnership, and this has been an example of how partnership should be built. In particular, Minister Pillai has been visionary in the way he has conceived how groups can come together on this initiative to boost each other. We are lucky to have this level of vision and creativity at work at a time when other parts of the Yukon economy are on fire, and that really is the best time to invest in diversification. So again, I take my hat off to that. It's just smart business. Finally, I've watched Jared and his team working with the Yukon Territorial Government, Canmore, the Yukon College, and the community at large to bring together a comprehensive and workable solution to support innovation. It's not just about facilities, it's about the entire fabric of the community that's being built. And Jarrett, I know you believe in that, and you've shown that you can make it happen. entire partnership that has us very excited about the future of this project. Sustainable and exciting businesses that create employment and opportunity for all Yukoners. I want to take investment is going. Most of the money that is being spent on the construction of the Innovation Hub is being spent right here in the local economy. And while our general contractor, Johnson Builders, is headquartered in Edmonton, they have recently opened a branch office here in the territory. Fully 90% of the contracting work that is being done on this facility is being spent here on local contractors in the Yukon, and I know the government is committed to that. We at NVD are committed to that, and we're delighted that that's the way this is working. In addition, the build-out of the Yukon Innovation Hub has provided impetus for NVD, and you just have to look around right now to see what I mean, impetus for us to invest in comprehensive refresh of this whole facility, the whole Yukon Mall. It's a facility that is badly in need of being updated, and the fact that the Innovation Hub is going in has caused NVD, on top of the money that we're already investing, the multi-year money that Minister Pillai announced, on top of that we're investing a substantial amount of money in a comprehensive refresh of this property. So the ripple effects of this investment are already being seen in the economy through spurring us to advance the work that we're doing in that particular area. That helps with the look and feel of downtown Whitehorse, and we're delighted to finally be moving ahead on that project. I'll finish by saying that I know today we're standing at the starting line of something very, very good. Where it goes will depend on the ongoing support of all of us, and the script of where it ends will be written by the numerous people who will join in this initiative along the way. We're excited to be playing a small part in supporting a community that has given so much to us as a company. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it back over to Steve.
Thank you, Rich. And our next speaker is Sheila Rolls, Director of Communities Innovation and Development at Yukon College. So, Sheila.
Thanks, Steve. I too would like to acknowledge that we are present on the traditional territory of the Kwanlin Dun First Nation and the Ton. Yukon College is thrilled to be a part of this exciting new space in downtown Whitehorse. The Yukon Innovation Hub is a natural evolution of the amazing work of Yukon Struct, Makerspace Society, and Yukon College with the support of the governments of Yukon and the governments of Canada. And our collaboration has already come together to grow the roots of a thriving ecosystem for innovators, entrepreneurs, and small business development in the territory. The Yukon Innovation Hub is a collaboration between business, the not-for-profit sector, and post-secondary education. And by bringing these together under one roof, the hub will deepen connections between each of us and the innovators, the game changers, and the entrepreneurs who are developing northern solutions to northern problems. And at Yukon College, connection, collaboration, and partnerships are values that guide us in a journey towards becoming a university. Our soon-to-launch first Made in Yukon degree, the Bachelor of Arts in Indigenous Government, is only possible through our dialogue and collaboration with Yukon First Nations. The success of Yukon College's Cold Climate Innovation Center, Northern Institution of Social Justice, Center for Northern Innovation and Mining is only possible through connecting and partnering with industry, governments, First Nations, and communities. And the successful collaborations and partnerships of the college are attracting attention. Just one example is the $50 million learning partnership to engage Indigenous youth in post-secondary education, launched this past year with the MasterCard Foundation, Rideau Hall Foundation, partnered with Yukon College because of the strengths of our relationships and our proven ability to make things happen. In time, the Yukon Innovation Hub will also attract attention, capital from across Canada and around the world. And the Innovation Hub is a formula of combining industry, entrepreneurs, and government government support in post-secondary education institutions is already proven. In 2015, Innovate Calgary at the University of Calgary supported 600 entrepreneurs. DMZ at Ryerson University is ranked the #1 university-based tech incubator in the world, incubating and accelerating over 300 businesses and contributing to the creation of over 3,000 jobs. And the Mars Discovery District in Toronto has already become the largest urban innovation hub in the world, bringing together over 5,000 educators, researchers, scientists, and entrepreneurs right in the heart of downtown Toronto. The Yukon Innovation Hub will connect to this network of innovation hubs across Canada and around the world, and it will also connect to networks the college has across the territory, the north, and throughout the circumpolar world. Building on the work of the Cold Climate and Technology Innovation Center at the college and the work of Allison and Sarah and Ian and newly on Harry, the work at the college and their participation and involvement with the hub will be allow us to have a northern incubator where Yukoners can develop the initial seed of an idea, flesh out Yukon construct prototypes, and connect with funders and mentors who will help them build decisions are made. Universities are investments in together through dialogue and learning and ingenuity. I would like to thank Minister Pillai and his team from Economic Development, Member of Parliament Vera Vandermeer and her team at Canor, the Yukon Struct and Makerspace Society, and my colleagues at Yukon College for the hard work in bringing this into fruition. And thank you, Government of Yukon, Government of Canada, and Northern Village and Development for your investment in this project. Congratulations to Jared and all the hard work with you and your staff that you've done and your volunteers and everything that you've achieved so far. And Yukon College is really super proud to have contributed to your growth, and we are pleased to be a founding partner in the Yukon Innovation Hub.
Thank you, Sheila, and welcome our final speaker from the Yukon Struct Makerspace Society, Jared Slip, the Executive Director.
Thank you, Steve. Hello, everybody. Since a group of volunteers launched the idea of a makerspace in early 2014, and we opened CoSpace in the fall of 2015, we've seen over 600 members and volunteers come through our spaces, and currently have over 160 active members taking their idea and turning it into reality every day. The wide array of ideas is absolutely inspiring. Proskita, a cross-country ski performance wearable device company, riderless drone technologies, solar growing greenhouse kits, Outpost 31 media productions, Local is Smart, Local Buy app, Proof Software, and Rivers to Ridges, a social enterprise that recently won a $100,000. These folks have developed their concepts in our space, received collaboration and help from other members and from our shared tools and resources. They've got support from our business services, and we've been able to connect them to all the other partners in the innovation ecosystem to get the supports that with new technologies, local makers exporting their Yukon-made wares across the globe through e-commerce platforms, numerous theater productions and community events and props in the space, and countless unnamed ideas at this very spaces. And our 2016 strategic plan identified that CoSpace and Yukon Struct together to better serve our members and to build this community. We knew we couldn't do it alone, and nor did we want to. It's not the fabric of and spirit of who we are. So we reached out to our partners. And thank you to Yukon Economic Development and Government of Canada and Canton North for being there since the very, very beginning. And you've been there the whole time and really have taken a lead in making and we've worked with them as a partner in the ecosystem to support our entrepreneurs, and we're just very excited to keep support network for our entrepreneurs. We're very excited that Yukon Development Corporation has come with us here to be an early adopter and to help invest in these early entrepreneurs and invest in the Yukon and build a new economy for the future. Thank you to our ongoing sponsors, Northwest Tel, who've been there since the beginning, Home Hardware, Yukon Brewing, What's Up Yukon, Firebean Coffee Roasters, and Make IT for getting us here. And I want to especially thank our newest sponsor team member, Northern Vision Development. I really think you've made an incredible, you've been a leader in this, and you've really shown that public and private partnerships are possible and what's needed to really grow this economy and develop the new economy in the Yukon. We're not done. We're just beginning, and we are definitely going to be calling on the private sector and other funding partners to take NVD's lead and join our other sponsors in leading this ecosystem to help us grow innovation and a new economy in the Yukon. And finally, thanks to our members and volunteers. You're the lifeblood of this place. It's you that bring the bold ideas. It's you that take risks for the future. It's you that help each other with your projects and your ideas. And it's you who we are all coming together to support to be successful. We know that a small percentage of ideas make it through the gate. But when there's an environment that can protect those ideas from early stage barriers, and we can foster an environment of collaboration, of support, it's proven that we drastically improve the odds of success. And this is what this whole initiative is all about. Our vision for this space is to be a center for creativity and innovation. This will be a place where you can bring your idea and it will get attention. It will get support from us and our partners. It will get feedback and idea from your peers. It will grow into something bigger and better than you could ever imagined. Ultimately, this place will bring together the brightest and most creative minds of the Yukon and show the world that a small remote community can be a global leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Jarrett. Now we'll be taking a few minutes to take some photos, and then we'll follow up opportunity to ask some questions. So.